What's up, guys? Dan here for BladeReviews.com, taking a look at not a knife, but a knife care and cleaning kit. Of course, I am talking about nothing other than Rusty's Rags, quote-unquote, ultimate knife care kit. Yeah, something slightly outside of our usual offering here. Of course, I'm talking about just knives, but of course, this is something very complimentary, and enthusiasts of knives will no doubt be enthusiasts of keeping their knives clean and keeping their investments safe and protected. So, this is a no-brainer, and I am very pleased to offer you something slightly outside of the ordinary. And first off, though, I wanted to give you a little bit of disclaimer. I did get these kits for free from Rusty's Rags, and as my website has been growing in popularity, as the YouTube channel has also been growing in popularity, I have, with this increased exposure, received increased kinds of requests from companies and small businesses and stuff to take a look at their products and offer some opinions. And Latham of Rusty's Rags, he sent me an email not too long ago asking me to do just that. He said, "Hey, Dan, I'd love for you to take a look at my Rusty Rags knife care cleaning kits and perhaps do a little review." And I love free stuff. Who doesn't love free stuff? But as I said, the website and the YouTube channel has been growing, perhaps out of my wildest expectations, and so I feel a sincere and real obligation to protect not only my own personal integrity as a reviewer, but also to protect the interests of the people visiting the website and watching the videos. I really feel that way. So I'm not the kind of person who's just going to take stuff in for the hell of it and just offer, like a great review because, I got it for free. So I took a close look. I've got a lot of sweet knives that I'm trying to review. So time I take out for something else, for maybe a sponsored post or something, is time that's getting taken away from a knife that I really do enjoy. So I want to make sure that if I'm going to do stuff like this, that it's stuff that I care about or stuff that I think will be interesting or valuable to you. And I also want to make sure that I'm very fair and honest and upfront with you about it. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Bit of a disclaimer. And that said, I took a close look at Rusty's Rags, and I thought that they were actually very nice products. I liked Latham a lot, so I agreed to get some kits in. And you know what? I am glad I did. Very pleased with this one. So let's get into it. What do you get? Well, if you order it from their website, rustysrags.com, and you select their knife care kit, this is what you're going to get. It comes in a nice little thin package, very high quality packing material, and what do you actually get, though? You get, first off, a nice pure Australian sheepskin rag. This is indeed the Rusty Rag, and you get some of their signature silicone oil. This is their secret blend of herbs and spices, and between the sheepskin and the oil, this is really what you're paying for. This is where the magic really happens. And but you also get some other stuff too, because you're going to need that to clean the knives. And one of the things you get is a little safety orange flannel towel. This is for buffing and polishing. And you also get some rubber gloves, which you can use for the cleaning process. I haven't done that yet, but I could see how in some applications and how some people might appreciate that. But really, this is the heart and soul of it. This is what the kit is all about. So let's dive in. Let's do a quick demo for you. So I'm going to offer up my trusty Sage 1, a beautiful knife, and I think it's going to be an especially good example of how this kit works, this particular knife. So let's get right into it. So first off, you would get your rag, and you would make sure you got plenty of oil in it. It comes preloaded, and it comes fairly moist. As you can see, this is dried out. I've used this on a lot of different knives, and at this point, if I'm going to start cleaning, I would put a few drops of oil and just kind of, get it nice and moist. But for demonstrative purposes, I'm not going to do that. And you would just start by rubbing down everything. You do the exterior, of course. You get in there, do the jimping, and make sure you got the exterior good. But what really is important for me when I'm trying to clean a knife, especially a knife like this, is getting those liners. Because these milled out liners, these just attract dust like nothing else. And just the bane of my existence when it comes to cleaning. Trying to put a paper towel in there or even a dish rag or something, it's always a hard time to clean these out. So what I really like about this sheepskin is how it's got this nice leather backing, so offers a little bit of rigidity, and you can just thread that in there no problem and really get in there nice and deep and get into all the cracks and crevices, get those skeletonized liners really cleaned out, no problem at all. Just super easy and super effective too. This sheep's wool is far better than any other material I've used to get those hard to reach places on your knife, especially those kinds of milled out liners. So you would do that, you would get this thing nice and cleaned up with the oiled rusty rag, and then you would take this polishing cloth and begin to just kind of buff it out. You know, soak up any extra oil and give it a nice shine. And if this knife was, you know, actually getting oiled up, it would be a fair bit greasier. But you would go in there and then you'd thread this into inside the knife. And you would really make sure you soak everything up. So then that's it. That's really all it takes to clean these things. Very simple, but what do I think? Well, I think it works, and I think it works really well. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what I would do before this kit. And I was one of those kinds of knife care and knife cleaning kind of guys where I would just use whatever was available. So if I was sitting at my desk, I might reach for that can of WD-40, which I don't really recommend for knives, but I would reach for that WD-40 and perhaps a handkerchief or a little rag or something, or maybe I'd get some soap and water and a dishcloth, or if I was out in the field and was really kind of gumming up my blade, I might even go for the shirt on my back and some spit shine, so just didn't really have a set system. And I'll tell you, the Rusty's rags, they work a lot better. And why? Well, first off, I think it's fairly obvious. This stuff is much better than any kind of regular rag for cleaning stuff out. It's going to work a lot better than a paper towel or a napkin or a t-shirt or whatever you've got. And that's great, but what also is great is this silicone oil. And this oil, what I like about it is it's completely odorless, so you're not left with any kind of funky aromas coming off your knife, but it's not greasy either. You rub any excess off, and then your knife is nice and smooth. It's not oily or greasy or nasty. It's just a very like a factory fresh kind of finish to it, and it doesn't smell bad. And the other thing I like, and I think this is really important, is that it does not attract dust. If you use WD-40 and more conventional oils, that stuff attracts dust like a magnet. It is just really, really bad. And I also like bicycles a lot. I ride bicycles, and I'll tell you, you never want to put WD-40 on your bicycle chain because that's just going to attract dirt like nothing else. So same thing applies to knives in my opinion, and that's the reason why I'm not wild about using stuff like WD-40 on blades, although I do occasionally, but not anymore, not now that I've got this kit. This is way better. The silicone oil is a lot better. And not only does it clean and leave a nice finish that is dust-free and not smelly, but it protects too. It will help protect against future rust and corrosion. So, it's not going to be bomb-proof, but it's much better than just using some soap and water and, your shirt or whatever. I think it's going to offer a much better finish. So, for those reasons, I think this thing is miles ahead of what I was using before, and really was pleased from the moment I got this kit. From the first knife, I was really impressed with the way this thing worked. And since then, I have cleaned dozens of knives. I have not had a problem. I've cleaned some very expensive knives, and I've cleaned some cheap ones, and they've all turned out beautiful. And I cannot recommend Rusty's rags enough, especially for those guys who have some more expensive knives or who just like to take care of their stuff. To me, this is a no-brainer. You can pick one of these kits up for like $10, and well worth it in my opinion, because you're going to get a much better finish on your knife, and you're going to protect it against rust and corrosion, from dirt and debris. So an easy purchase in my mind, which is why I do not hesitate to recommend it, which is why I have no problem coming on here and telling you about it, even though I did get these for free. But I tell you, I'll be buying some more, and I'll be giving them away in upcoming contests. So that's how much I like them, and I think these make great gifts. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up for the Rusty's rags. Thanks so much, Latham, for providing them and making me aware of your awesome products. I wish you all the best. And I want to wish everybody watching and reading the review all the best as well. I appreciate the support as always. Hope you enjoyed the review. I've got a lot of knives coming up, some really cool stuff, I think, so I'm very excited about that. So thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you soon with some interesting knife reviews. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.